So you're thinking of making a move to Tampa? You're in the right place. I'm Janina, your Tampa real estate bestie. Let's talk all things Tampa. Grab your cafecito and let's chat. So today I'm going to talk about a few things you might want to know before making the move to Tampa. So Tampa's hard to put in a box. You can't just pinpoint a few different things. I'm going to touch on some topics, but there might need to be a part two. So the first thing I wanted to talk about are the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods are like a melting pot. There are so many different areas in Tampa, depending on your personality, your lifestyle, your work. You're really going to want to take some trips or visit all the different areas. And
You don't know anyone, I'm your local real estate agent and I'd be more than happy to help.
before you decide what neighborhood you want to live in, really think about your lifestyle, think about what you like to do on the weekends, what do you do for work, what's most important. Do you want to walk to coffee shops? Do you want to be closer to the beaches? Do you want a more suburban lifestyle? There's a lot of questions you want to ask yourself before honing in on a specific neighborhood, and I could do a separate video on all the different neighborhoods because there's a lot to cover there. The second thing you may want to know about Tampa is a lot of people think that Tampa is right on the beach. It is not. While we're on the bay, we are kind of more inner, so where the beaches are close enough, depending on what area you're in, your beach drive is going to be anywhere between 30 to 45-minute drive, depending on traffic also. So keep in mind that while you can have a beach lifestyle, you're not directly on the beach. So make sure you're back to the neighborhoods, you're knowing what neighborhood you're picking, because you also may not want to live right on the beach, but you're close enough to some of the more popular beaches, Clearwater, St. Pete, Treasure Island. So really, you can't go wrong with neighborhoods in Tampa, but keep in mind it's going to be a 30, 45-minute drive to the beaches. And again, maybe a little more depending on traffic. Okay, the third thing you're going to want to know, and this is pretty important, is Tampa traffic. So I remember the days, I would say about 10, 15 years ago, where we didn't have much traffic. But over the years, that's really changed. And I believe we've officially made it to the top 25 cities with the most congested traffic. With that being said, you're going to need a car in Tampa. And I mean, depending on where you live, there are some things that might be walkable. You might be able to walk to the gym, walk to coffee shops, or maybe you work from home. But ideally, you're going to want a car to get from A to B. And rush hour traffic starts around 4 o'clock, so have lots of patience if you're heading into rush hour traffic. The fourth one isn't necessarily Tampa specific, it's Florida specific, but we're known to not have state income taxes. Yay! So while that may be a perk and it's definitely a plus, keep in mind insurances have gone up. So while you're saving on the state income taxes, you might pay a little more for insurance. And depending on where in Tampa you're living, you may be required to have flood insurance. So keep those costs in mind when you're looking at your budget. While Florida is known as the Sunshine State, we're also known for hurricane season, which runs from June 1st to November 30th. So be prepared for very, very heavy rains during this time. Thunderstorms can be a little scary if you're not used to it, but once you've been here long enough, I find them a little soothing. Not everybody does. And if you're a local, please be sure to follow Dennis Phillips and rule number 7: don't freak out unless I tell you to. Make sure you're staying informed, make sure you have a plan, and make sure you're prepared during hurricane season. So there you have it, just 5 few things you may want to know before making a move to Tampa. And if you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe and share with anyone else that might find it helpful. And leave me any comments if there are any other Tampa topics you'd like me to cover. See you in the next one. Bye.